Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I first off want to say sorry. I apologize so much for being so inconsistent with my videos as of late. I've been busy with so many things here at home and I'm taking a couple classes online and I'm almost finished with those classes, but I just wanted to say I'm so sorry for being inconsistent with my videos. But today I want to show you how to play the song Fearless by Jesus Culture, and what you'll need to know are two things. You'll need to know your key of C chords and your key of D chords. And both ways that I'll be showing you how to play require the use of a capo, and if you don't have a capo, I'll leave some links down below. You can check them out and pick one that's best for you. And don't forget to hit the like button if the video is helpful. It lets me know if the video is helpful for you guys, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep updated with future tutorials and videos. But enough of me stalling, let's get right into the lesson for today. Alright, so for Fearless, the key is originally in the key of G flat or F sharp. The tempo is 120 beats per minute and the time signature is 4/4. The strumming pattern that we'll be using for the song will be something like this. It will be down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. And if it's the first time you're playing that strumming pattern, it could be a little tricky at first, but with more practice, it'll get easier and easier every time. So I'll play the strumming pattern at full speed and then I'll play it at a slower speed. This strumming pattern at full speed will sound something like this. The strumming pattern slowed down will sound something like this. Alright, so now that I showed you the strumming pattern, I can show you the first way how to play. The first way how we'll play the song is with a capo, and we're going to put the capo on the 6th fret of the guitar, and we'll be using key of C chords. And the chords that we'll be using actually aren't difficult at all. We'll be learning 5 chords. The 5 chords that we'll be using are C, C sus2, A minor, F, and G. For the F chord, if you want to wrap your thumb around the low E string and play all the strings, that's okay. But for the purpose of it being easier, I'm just going to leave out the low E string altogether and play all the other strings. And for the C sus2 chord, it's actually a pretty easy chord. It's just your C chord, but just remove your middle finger and play that open string, and that's your C sus2 chord. Alright, so for the intro of the song, we're going to be using 4 chords. We're going to be using the C, the C sus2, A minor, and F. And we'll play that chord progression one time before getting into the verse. The intro will sound something like this. So for the first verse, we're going to use that same exact chord progression that we used for the intro, the C sus2, the A minor, and the F, but we'll play that chord progression a total of 2 times for the verse. The first verse will sound something like this. Waking up from the longest night, joy before me, leave the past behind. There's no turning back, there's no turning back. So after the first verse, we get into the pre-chorus of the song, and for the pre-chorus, it's actually that same exact chord progression that we use for the intro and the verse, and we'll play that chord progression 2 times before getting into the chorus. The pre-chorus will sound something like this. Boldly I run into your presence, here in your arms, my shame is unraveling, unraveling. Alright, so now for the chorus, the chord progression is a little bit different than the other chord progressions. The chord progression that we'll be using for the chorus is A minor, F, C, and G. And we'll play that chord progression a total of 3 times for the chorus. The chorus will sound something like this. You make me fearless, fearless. Fearless, fearless, finally free. Your spirit makes me feel it. So then after the first chorus, we're gonna go into the second verse. The second verse is the same exact thing as the first verse, so nothing changes there. The second pre-chorus is the same exact thing as the first pre-chorus, and the second chorus is the same exact thing as the first chorus. The only small difference in the second chorus is that last line that says fearless, fearless. You're gonna play that chord progression 2 times, the A minor, F, C, G, a total of 2 times. And you're gonna say the word fearless 4 times. Let me know in the comment section down below if that makes any sense. Alright, so then after all of that, we're gonna get to the bridge, and for the bridge we're gonna use a different chord progression. The chord progression that we'll be using for the bridge is C, F, A minor, and G. So the bridge will sound something like this. I'm alive to praise you, I was made to love you, I'm alive to praise you, there's no turning back, there's no turning back. So then after the bridge, Jesus Culture goes back into the chorus for a couple times, but the chord changes do not change, they're the same as the other choruses. And they actually go back into the bridge again, but the chords don't change there. And for the ending of the song, Jesus Culture actually ends the song on a G, and they just stay on that chord. But overall, that's the first way how to play Fearless. Alright, so for the second way to play Fearless, we're going to move our capo to the 4th fret of the guitar, and we're going to use our key of D chords. And the chords that we'll be using in key of D for this song are going to be a D sus2, B minor, G, and A. For that D sus2 chord, I'm just playing a regular D chord but letting go of my middle finger and letting that high E string ring. So for the intro of the song in key of D, we're going to be using the following chords. We're going to use D, D sus2, B minor, and G. And we're going to play that chord progression once before getting into the verse. The intro would sound something like this. So for the first verse, we're going to use that same chord progression as the intro, but we're going to play that chord progression twice for the verse. The first verse will sound something like this. Waking up from the longest night, joy before me, leave the past behind. There's no turning back, there's no turning back. After that first verse, we're going to get into the pre-chorus, and that pre-chorus is going to be the same chord progression as the intro and the verse, and we'll play that chord progression 2 times before getting into the chorus. The pre-chorus will sound something like this. Boldly I run into your presence, here in your arms my shame is unraveling, unraveling. So then after that, we're going to get into the chorus. The chord progression is just a little bit different. The chords that we'll be using for the chorus are B minor, G, D, and A. And we'll play that chord progression a total of 3 times for the chorus. The chorus will sound something like this. You make me fearless, 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 finally free. Your spirit makes me fearless, fearless. So then after that chorus, we're going to go into the second verse. That second verse is going to be the same exact thing as the first verse. The second pre-chorus is the same exact thing as the first pre-chorus, and that second chorus is the same exact thing as that first chorus. The only small difference in the second chorus that you'll hear is that last line that says fearless, fearless. That chord progression is going to be a total of 2 times, but you're going to sing fearless a total of 4 times. So then after all of that, we're going to get into the bridge, and the bridge has a different chord progression. The chords that we'll be using for the bridge are D, G, B minor, and A. And for the bridge, you're going to sing it a total of 3 times, but the chord progression is actually a total of 6 times. The bridge will sound something like this. I'm alive to praise you. I was made to love you. I'm alive to praise you. There's no turning back. There's no turning back. So then after that bridge, Jesus Culture goes back into the chorus for a couple times. The chord changes there are the same. And Jesus Culture actually goes back into the bridge after that chorus, but the chord changes there are completely the same, so no changes there. And for the ending of the song, Jesus Culture ends on an A chord. So you can just play that A to end the song. But other than that, that's the second way how to play Fearless. So what's next in the lesson is the playthrough. So what I'm going to do for this song is sing the second verse and the second chorus and just the bridge once, just so you get an idea of how the chord changes go and how it sounds all together. I was living underneath gray skies, and now I'm dancing in the light of heaven. Grace has found me, brought me back to life. There's no turning back, there's no turning back. Boldly I run into your presence, faith like a child, known and protected here in your arms. My shame is unraveling, unraveling. You make me fearless, fearless. You call my heart out of the dark. Fearless, fearless. Finally free. Your spirit makes me fearless. 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 I'm alive to praise you. I was made to love you. I'm alive to praise you. There's no turning back. There's no turning back. Alright guys, so that's Fearless by Jesus Culture. I love this song. It's such an up-tempo song. It's so upbeat. I always get pumped listening to this song. And don't forget, if you guys have any questions or comments about the video, let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know if it made any sense. And also, don't forget, let me know if you guys have any song requests or lessons that you guys would like to see in the future. I always like seeing what kind of songs. It gives me an idea of what you guys want to see in the future. Overall, I hope that lesson was helpful to you guys. Remember to hit the subscribe button and the like button. It supports the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.